Hello guys, this is Warrior here, and today I'm bringing you something a little different. So, with the release of the first actual gameplay that we've been able to see from Total War, or sorry, not from Total War, but Creative Assembly on Total War Warhammer 3, I was just wondering and wanting to see what it was, and I was going to have a live reaction as I'm recording this to watching the video. I have not watched the video yet, but I did see it got released. And this is the edited clip where it's just a gameplay. I'm not going to watch the whole 30-minute video and go over it with y'all. That'd be a lot of talking that I really don't want to get into. But this could make me eat a lot of my words. I do not know that I previously put out. I'll put the link in the video, and it may not. We'll see. So let us get going. And this is the first one I've ever done, so let's see how this goes. Oof, what is going on with this?
Here it is, the first look at Total War Warhammer 3 gameplay. Today we'll be testing our mettle in an epic new game mode, Survival Battle. Survival battles drop us into the heart of enemy territory. To prevail, we'll need to deploy our defenses by spending supplies on a variety of barricades, projectile towers, traps, reinforcements, and buffs. In this particular survival battle, we're taking the fight.
So I'm assuming survival battles are going to be like survival battles in other games, and it looks like it's going to be like in other games, judging down here, where you have down here in the left-hand panel, you're going to be having reinforcements. Here, you're going to be having others. I did like the blood letters of corn that it showed. These look like swordsmen, look like generic swordsmen. These are archers. These are the wing lances or hussars, and this is the Ice Queen right here. So I'm not entirely sure if you get to pick how many units you start with or what your starting army is, or maybe you just start off with these units. They haven't really said too much about this, but let's see how the trailer continues.
Fight to Khorne, seizing 3 victory points as we progress through the ruined fort with the Brass Citadel and its gatekeeper as our goal. But our invasion into Khorne's domain will be hard fought. We'll be repelling 3 waves of lesser demons before going toe-to-toe with an exalted bloodthirster.
So this is going to be a stage, and up here in the right-hand corner you can kind of see. So this is going to be a stage survival battle gameplay where your goal is to slowly advance your way to the end, and then it's over. Is this going to be like a prelude to what is it? The battles that you had with the heroes is for the legendaries. Is it going to be part of this, or is it going to be a standalone game mode that you can do this and you can play different factions? Because if it's a standalone game mode, that would actually be pretty cool. It would. And it sounds like you're attacking Brass Keep. So is this going to be for every single one of the Chaos Lords? Which that would be cool. Each different Chaos Lord, not Lord, God, you would have this. That would be pretty cool. And also, you see the Ice Queen has some of her magic. She has some spikes, probably a area effect spell. That looks like a buff. That's a vortex. That I'm not sure. That I'm not sure. And that I'm not sure. But let's see. I do like how they changed the winds of magic a little bit around here. Okay, so that was a debuff that he just placed on those units over there. An area effect debuff. So she's going to have some sort of area effect debuff. That's cool.
As the battle begins, we find ourselves immediately set upon. Some quick flanking and a blast of Katerin's ice magic sets us up for a swift initial win.
Okay, so
Now that the way ahead is clear, we can progress to capture the first victory point and start our defensive preparations. We'll use our structures, which have been built from salvage found in Khorne's realm, to our tactical advantage. They'll help us herd our foes into kills.
Okay, so you take a flag, and then you have to defend it, and then you have to defend a boss. Okay, and then you can erect barricades, just like we've had barricades since Total War Attila. And then I guess deployables? Oh, and all of your units refilled, so... Well, how did that happen? She attacked. I guess they're going to explain it. Let's see.
Zones, so we can take control of and maintain the battle's flow. We'll place barricades on either side of the victory point and block off all easy routes up the main ramps. This will funnel the bulk of the demons towards the side ramps, where our Hussar Guard will hold the line. Meanwhile, our towers, Kossars, and Katerin will tear them up.
So Zara Guard is these very elite swordsmen. Okay.
Part. Here they come.
These are just regular units, Chaos Warriors, Khorne.
Catherine uses her Law of Ice to quickly slide between engagements. To help ease the load on our guard, we'll use her devastating Frost Fang ability and Heart of Winter spell.
So those are area effects.
Against such insurmountable odds,
I will say the Warriors of Khorne are definitely sporting the red most brilliantly. They're all covered in red, which is
our warriors are sure to tire and take losses. Thankfully, we can keep our army fighting fit with the replenishments menu.
okay. So the replenishment menu is here, which is down here. You can replenish your hit points, etc., etc. You can also call in more units. Now, is this something as you defeat units, you get money and then you can do it, or as you complete objectives, you get a certain amount of money? Haven't really explained that all too well.
Likewise, we can dramatically improve a unit's performance with the upgrades menu, where we'll buff weapons, armor, and other essential
That's
items.
pretty cool. So you can upgrade their
But that
armor
won't be
piercing,
enough to take us to the Brass Citadel. We'll need to call fresh troops into the slaughter with the recruitment menu.
gun axes, so they're going to be.
Our defense is holding thanks
So it's a gun with an axe on the end.
to our Streltsy reinforcements, but the demons keep coming. Our goal lies beyond
they're
the first victory
melee
point, and we need to press onwards. With the bulk of the enemy in one convenient narrow corridor, a decisive charge from our winged lancers should put a swift end to their assault.
Lancers are going to be excellent charge cavalry. Those
We
towers,
must
so you can build
press on
towers.
into
Okay.
the blood pits and seize the icon of blood!
We've survived the first wave and can press our invasion deeper into enemy territory.
The fact that she's sliding around with ice, I get it, but anyways. Not a big fan, but I get it. She's supposed to be
The
ice.
defense of the second point begins shortly. We've only a brief respite before the demonic hordes come anew, and haven't much time to arrange our units and structures. As we progress, we'll expand our
That's awesome. The fact that you get polar bears or
pool of available troops, summoning higher tier units to meet the challenge of an ever-growing threat.
Those are supposed to be. So they're attacking the barricades.
With healing and buffing abilities, and a bear mount to briskly carry him between units in need, the Patriarch is a strong addition to our forces. Many a chaos.
So the Patriarch is probably going to be their mage. Let's look down here. So we have two Zera Guard, a Patriarch, so that's probably another spellcaster. Down here with the axe, those axe-wielding troops, Wing Hussars, excellent charge cavalry. That's probably your standard bow unit. More Zera Guard, more bow units. Wait, no, that's a different bow unit. These are your standard. This is a little different of a bow unit. Oh, bow and spear. If you look down here, they're a bow and spear wielding unit. That's a bow and axe. Over here is those frosty people, which I think is right there. Two mortars and some more Zara guards. So that's probably your basic, maybe mid-high tier swordsman, and then these are going to be your better cavalry. That's probably your basic archers. This is probably your better quote unquote muskets, armor piercing troops, great for dealing with chaos warriors and the like. And this is just good for dealing with non-armored opponents, unless they have armor piercing, which they probably don't. These, where are they? It's this one right here is probably the ones that are going to be the armor-piercing bow unit right there. So
Slave has fallen to Little Grom's ancient and roaring fusillades. Fighting alongside it stokes pride into the hearts of all Kislevites. And rightfully so. Right now, Little Grom, with help from the Ice Guard and other units, is making steady
the Ice
work of
Guard.
the demons assaulting our western wall.
So the mortar actually fires ice cannons?
But where our western defense is prevailing, our eastern flanks are in danger of being overrun. A second artillery unit should help even the odds.
So you have to defend both areas and you get towers.
Although advancing's our primary focus, we'll leave a rearguard to protect the bulk of our army. Losing a victory point and getting flanked now could spell disaster.
So you have to defend all
One
three victory
final
points.
push
Okay.
to the boiling moat! We must seize the icon of torment and tempt Khorne's gatekeeper from his lair!
Here we
now we're
make
gonna
our
get the
final push. Tired and bloodied from our march into chaos, we face two waves of demons, bolstered with heroes, cavalry, artillery, and the gatekeeper himself. Now is the time to rain the full force of Ursun's wrath down upon our foes, and do our best to survive. But to endure the coming storm, we'll need Kislev's fiercest defender.
A ginormous ice polar bear is what its fierce defender is. It looks really good, but it just looks like a polar bear made out of snow and some rocks, but maybe that's what it is. I don't know what it's called. If y'all do, let me know what it's called in the comments.
Despite Khorne's overwhelming numbers, we're standing strong. Kislev's superior ranged capabilities mixed with the staunch bulwark of the Tsar Guard and the capacity to restore our troops from the replenishment menu and the Patriarch's abilities means we're deeply entrenched. With that in mind, we can stand to be a bit more aggressive. With so many demons packed together tightly, Katerin's Frostfang ability and her other offensive spells prove ruinous. And with Khorne focused on piercing our Tsar wall, we can unleash our Warbear Riders and other cavalry to wreak havoc in their flanks. Add the Elemental Bear's ranged Elemental Breath ability and a continuous rain of fire from our little Grom units, and we soon find ourselves prevailing against the third wave.
Prepare for the fight of your lives!
Here he is, the Gatekeeper, an exalted bloodthirster. This greater demon of Khorne is war, brutality, and murder incarnate. No mortal man could hope to stand against one and survive. Thankfully, we have a giant ice bear. If we're not careful, Khorne's Gatekeeper will systematically devastate and rout our infantry, sowing discord and creating holes in our wall. We need to keep him focused on the Elemental Bear whilst peppering him with ranged attacks and spearing him with our anti-large infantry, like the Ice Guard. The quicker we tank the Gatekeeper down, the sooner we claim victory. The combined might of Katerin's magic, the Elemental Bear's ferocity, and the continuous assault of our army is too much for even Khorne's greatest of...
I do like the Gatekeeper here, and this is perfect that I stopped it right here. This is looks amazing for a Cornic demon. Definitely. The artwork, everything.
champions. We stand triumphant. But Khorne is not the only dark god with a realm in this accursed place. The battle is won.
Ah, so this is going to be a series of things. Okay, cool.
But the war goes on.
All right, so I'm going to stop it here. My overall thoughts. If this is going to be a separate gameplay, like separate from the campaign, like you play this in the campaign, it's part of the Kizilite storyline, that would be really cool. It would add a narrative towards the campaign. If it's also separate, and you can play it with Kizilite, but then you can also play it with the dwarves, and you can play it with some other factions, that would also be pretty cool. And it might have me eating my words a little bit, what I said with my other video about it being a full standalone game. Yeah, looks really good. The game mode is actually intriguing and would breathe a little bit of fresh air into the campaign if it's going to be a standalone gameplay mode. Which, if it is, it would give players some replayability. And not that Total War doesn't have replayability, because every campaign is different. But it would add just another layer, and it's cool that they're able to do that with the dark. And it sounds like by that last little line that each one of the Chaos Gods is going to have their own little realm that you get to assault, which would be cool. It would be definitely would be a plus. And maybe that's part of the storyline in Total War Warhammer 3, but we need some more gameplay and some more releases to find out exactly what all that's going to be. But that looks really good. When is it going to be released? Well, more than likely, I would say in the fall. In the fall, probably September, October, judging by this. If they're already releasing gameplay, it's probably going to be a little bit, but we shall see. So, all in all, I am impressed by the trailer. I'm impressed by the gameplay. I am impressed by the game mode. I've seen survival battles like this before in games, if done correctly. They add a lot of fun and replayability to games, especially if maybe you can do this with friends, maybe play together and work together to take these down. That would be cool. But we'll wait and see. This video is actually should be going up the day of the trailer once I get it all rendered and everything. But yeah, this is definitely a plus in my book. We'll see if anything more gets released, and we'll keep trucking on. So this has been Warrior here. As always, I hope you stay safe out there, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.